Welcome back to DaVinci Resolve again. I've got another quick tutorial to give on the colour page. So I've just imported a clip onto my timeline in the usual way, and now I'm going to just flip over to the colour page, which is down here, and we can see that that clip is in our main viewer. Just scroll through it and you can see people having a good time on a beach. So what I was thinking about is how you can actually mask people's faces, and I did a colour page tutorial earlier and it reminded me about how power windows work and masking. So what you can do is you can go onto the colour page, make sure you're on the first node, that's there by default, and then go to the power window at the bottom here and select just a circular one. If you click this, it will add it onto your viewer and you'll see the controls come up. So I'm going to just pick a person. I think we can pick this lady over here and put this window over her face and just make it slightly different size, bring it in a little bit, position it approximately over her face. Now she obviously moves around in this clip, so if you actually look, she goes out of frame a few times of that, so we need to be able to correct for that. And actually I wasn't on the first frame, so key thing here is to pick a good position. So actually the beginning of this clip is fine, and we can pop that over her face at the beginning of the clip. And then what we can do is go to the tracker tab, which is this button here, and it's over her face. These are the things that are selected: pan, tilt, zoom, rotate, and 3D. That's fine, leave them all selected, and all you need to do is click forward and it will track through the clip, and you'll see that the power window is actually keeping to her face as she moves around, so it's actually tracking her. So once this is finished tracking, we can now see in our node that it's just showing whatever is in the middle of that power window. So this is all that can be seen. If we go back to our power window setting, we can actually invert that as well, so it's just cut her face out. I'm not sure why you'd want to do it that way for this particular purpose, but if I invert again, go back to normal, you'll see that that's just covering her face. Now what you can do is apply to the same node something to obscure her face. So you can use something like a box blur which is in the Open Effects tool here. So click Open Effects, drag that box blur onto this node, and it will only affect whatever's inside that circle. And you can see now that it's obscured her face. And you also get these settings that come up on the side for box blur as well. So we can just add a little bit more blur if we wanted to each of these, so that it really obscures her, like so. And now when you play this back, you'll see that blur will cover her face. It gives you an idea of the sort of thing that you can use power windows for. Of course, the main reason I think for power windows is that if you have a particular part of the scene or someone's face in the scene that has got really bad lighting, rather than affecting the whole image, you can use a power window to isolate that part of the image, use it to track that part of the image. So especially if someone's face and they're moving around in the scene, you could then track that and apply your color correction and your adjustments to it, so that you can get a better look in the scene overall. But it can also be used for this purpose as well, where you can just apply random effects to people's faces, including obscuring them from view as well. So that's it. I thought that might be of use to someone when they're using the colour page. Thanks very much for listening, subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you want more like this. Thanks very much, everyone.